The U.S.-India economic relationship has grown by leaps and bounds over the past few decades. Bilateral trade has crossed the $100 billion milestone. U.S. investments in India are vast, and India has emerged as one of the fastest growing sources of foreign direct investment in the U.S. However, the story of Indian investments in the U.S. remains unsung.
Trade and investment ties between India and the United States are an engine of growth for our relationship. And what Indian companies do with their work in this country is basically to help people on the ground. I think they have been able to generate a great deal of positive economic activity. They've created jobs, they've helped improve lives. And I believe that this is a story, a very real story that needs to be told.
The Confederation of Indian Industry, CII, actively works to strengthen U.S.-India commercial linkages, and through its India Business Forum, brings together companies that have grown Indian roots on American soil. Let us take you on a journey across the United States to see what some of these Indian companies are doing to positively impact the local economies and communities here in America.
We started Mahindra USA as a company in 1994, and it was a small company then. We have grown 20 times to having 400 locations in the North American market and selling 10,000 plus tractors. Mahindra USA is more an American company than being an Indian brand. 90+% of our company employees are local Americans. We have not just invested in recruiting people, but also invested in community services.
From the Joplin, Missouri tornado disaster and the recent tornado outbreaks, Mahindra has partnered with our local dealers to assist them in their recovery and rebuilding efforts by providing Mahindra tractors to help relief workers.
We do employ a lot of people, and we do a lot of investments in the US market. And we are at the helm to inch up from being among the top 5 to becoming the top 3 in the North American market by 2015.
TCS began its work in North America in 1971 and established its first operation in New York in 1979. At Cincinnati, we have created more than 450 high-skilled jobs in the last 3 years, and our long-term plan is to get to 1,000. TCS success definitely depends on North America success.
I've been involved with a great program they have, Go IT, working with high school students in the area and trying to focus and develop their interest in IT careers. And as a college dean, I'm glad to be part of that story.
TCS has done provided some consulting services to some community-based organizations that really don't have the horsepower, let's say, to get the kind of things done that TCS can get done.
Claremont County is very proud, to say that TCS is located here in our county. TCS, when they come into a community, they want to make it better because of their presence, and mission accomplished.
Ranbaxy is committed to bringing accessible, affordable, quality generic products to the U.S. healthcare system. It adds to the economic vitality at a local, state, and federal level through the creation of jobs and investments in our facilities.
Ranbaxy's invested approximately $77 million here in the last 6 years in both New Jersey and Florida. These investments mean that we will be increasing our capabilities and capacities here in the United States. The plan is to invest an additional $20 million in 2012-2013 to help meet the U.S. healthcare needs and the growing U.S. economy.
Ever since Ranbaxy located here in 2003, it has grown and brought more than 450 new jobs to our city. Ranbaxy has enhanced New Brunswick's reputation as the healthcare city of New Jersey. It is because of companies like Ranbaxy that cities in New Jersey continue to grow and prosper.
So HCL America came into being in 1989 in US, and we are currently having 8,000 employees.
We push very hard to hire 80% of local residents. So from recruiting to training to retaining, we want to make sure that you get that experience here at HCL.
HCL has been a significant economic investor in our community. A great byproduct for the continued growth and expansion that we see with HCL is the local contractors and companies that are winding up being vendors and supporters of the HCL organization.
We are holding a career mentoring day with HCL where employment connection is provided for veterans, disabled veterans, and persons with disabilities.
We are committed to making investment. We are committed to hiring local people, and I'm proud of doing that.
Welcome to US headquarters of $12 billion giant Larsen & Toubro.
The relationship with US goes back all the way to 1945. Today we have almost about 3,000 people working in US. And as this business is growing, we expect to increase our local recruitment.
We invested heavily and aggressively into hiring college graduates and visited a number of universities and colleges in the area.
This initiative has really helped us drive employment in regions, has also helped us infuse capital into those regions where we're expanding our footprint and our employee base. And it's important for us as a member of the American community, quite frankly, to get people employed in regions, in particular in regions that might have been distressed during recent periods. We're going to move this program throughout the United States and bring in candidates into the sectors that they want to pursue their careers in.
We're actually helping with solutions that can help our clients improve their top line and their bottom line.
Even though Infosys originated from India, it is a company of the country it works in. We are a US company listed on the NASDAQ. 65% of our revenue comes from here. 16,000 people are employed here. We're actually going to hire more and more people in the United States, and our expectation is that our headcount here will grow by about 33%. So I can't think of a better definition of an American company than Infosys. And we not only feel that we participate in the economic activity of this country, but also in the social activity of this country. Infosys people actually go to community colleges and teach.
To be able to have an environment where individuals could be trained using the approach that Infosys has as a software engineering boot camp, and we have a commitment to make a difference in the lives of our students.
It's going to help our local community incredibly. Now, because of this great training initiative between the White House, Infosys, and Wayne County Community College, we can train Metro Detroiters for jobs in Metro Detroit. That is fantastic.
Dr. Reddy's is known as a generic manufacturer, but we're actually pretty active in the sphere of developing innovative pharmaceutical products.
We're pleased to say that we've grown from what was a very small entrepreneurial operation of a handful of people to today what's over 600 employees. In Shreveport, Louisiana, we acquired that site from a large chemical company. We made a commitment to grow that site. We actually moved product manufacturing from India to the US, which is very nuanced and somewhat of a surprise when we talk about that to people, because the common perception is that manufacturing goes from US offshore. We run as an organization what we call is a triple bottom line, and that's an equal focus on profit, people, planet.
We are obviously an Indian company doing business in the United States, but everything that we offer in the US is very much tailored to a US environment. So I think we have embraced the best of both worlds.
Wipro's had a tremendous impact on the local economy. The Atlanta Development Center has put a number of folks back to work, and we've hired hundreds of individuals.
In the state of Georgia, we have over 750 employees. Over 80% of those employees are local employees.
We make sure that our local Atlanta workforce, everyone from the entry-level employee on up in the organization, receives quality training.
In Georgia, we were recognized by the Atlanta Metro Chamber of Commerce for our impact in terms of the local community. And so we were given the Economic Impact Award.
Wipro continues to grow and add locations. We currently have locations from New York to San Francisco, Chicago to Dallas, and points in between.
We help businesses do business better, which makes them more profitable and allows them to hire and invest in their larger ecosystem. And the cycle continues.
When you look at Suzlon, we consistently look at ways to expand our presence in the U.S. We're scattered throughout 22 different states. We'll continue to be a viable part of the U.S. in creating jobs. And there's creation of jobs on the construction side and the service side. We opened this training center, which is a major state-of-the-art center. And I'd like to note it's the only training center in the U.S. with an inside training turbine that we actually use for training purposes. Here in Illinois, we partner with the second largest school district. We bring their teachers in for training to help them understand the wind industry and the way they can develop curriculum that can be taught to students. We use the local talent to create the culture or the diversity here at Suzlon that says we are U.S. and we were made in the U.S.
Hundreds of companies of Indian origin are currently operating in the United States. They have invested millions of dollars, hired thousands of local employees, and are today an integral part of the economic and social fabric of their local communities and the country as a whole. As our bilateral partnership strengthens further, CII and the India Business Forum will continue to play a vital role in driving business-to-business engagement between our two countries towards a bright future full of mutual growth, development, and prosperity.